Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, because you won't watch us live.
Yet again.
Yeah, it gives us lots of time to do nothing. I assume you don't edit these.
No, Justin doesn't. No, Justin does it all.
I love it. Okay.
He does a little bits, but yes.
Like, he just cuts out all the parts where people make him look bad?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Like, if we ever talk bad about Justin, they're not in the YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah. Have any of us actually watched the YouTube videos? For all I know, it's just close-ups of him.
I usually try and go and watch the funny things that I know happen during streams, but...
so what you're saying is even I pick and choose among our YouTube videos. Yeah. Don't watch our YouTube videos.
I do watch our YouTube videos.
No, please do. Don't listen to him.
This is...
They're all great.
We are kind of talking bad about Justin right now.
Which is a great part.
Which is a great part.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and see if this is still in the video or if he edits this out.
This is a test.
This is a test.
Yeah, we don't really mean this.
Justin's awful. He's evil.
So you stand before the mighty Zug, Archbishop of the Goblins of Zug.
I ask where he got the pots.
From the far gate.
The far gate?
The gate into nothing.
Oh.
I'm sure you've seen it, being from the far corner.
Yes, I have seen it.
Yes, it's the doors that lead nowhere.
Those are big doors.
Yeah. They don't go anywhere, though.
I tried to open it.
Everyone does at some point.
Yeah.
They don't open, though.
No, they don't.
No, there's a little a little place inside there, and if you go in there, there were once many pots. We took them.
Because I'm just thinking of a better way to put the burning water.
Why?
In, maybe to throw at enemies, like ranged. See if you're worthy bombs. You could throw it into a group.
Baptizing them from afar.
Yeah.
That little mad gleam in his eye comes back. It will have to wait.
Oh.
Yes. Until the darkness goes and
oh, it's nighttime.
The fire god returns to us. Well, not yet, but we're out of goblins. We need to make more.
How do you make more goblins?
How do you make more anything?
Build it?
Kind of. But yeah, tomorrow we'll double our numbers and then attack.
Double, like overnight?
Yeah, of course.
You guys work fast? I think. I don't know. I'm stupid.
And crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Yes, we will have double our numbers by tomorrow with which to attack the enemy.
Was there any urns or larger pots in any of these rooms?
Yeah, but they're all filled with guts.
Goblin guts?
Or... No. Like, old guts.
Well, we could pour them out.
Yeah, we could pour them out.
And then put birdie water in them. Big pots of birdie water.
And that's just his face for a couple of seconds.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll go outside for the evening. I won't stay in any of the...
It's like late afternoon.
Well, yeah, late afternoon.
But yes.
But I'm guessing nobody's outside anymore.
No, it doesn't look like. There are a couple of straggler spearmen who are going around stabbing at the corpses. And then cheering for no reason. The various groups have obviously had their own little tiny skirmishes for the day, and everyone appears to be, peeling back to their borders. You can't really see how they're lined, except that it seems to be all the borders seem to be kind of the place where the most number of corpses have piled up to create what looks like vaguely treacherous ground.
I'm gonna walk to the ocean and the grove and check it out.
Okay. Do a perception check.
14.
The boat is definitely sunk as deep as it can go into the center of the lake, which has a bit of a sort of maybe a sandy or a murky bottom. The water is not terribly clear anymore. Bits of the boat have been obviously falling away into it. But you think you see movement somewhere in there. A big fish, maybe?
No, there's supposed to be a sea monster.
Yeah. It looks to be about 3 feet long.
Oh, so not very big. I mean, big to them, but...
It's a big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a decent-sized fish. It's not like a minnow or anything.
Can I attempt to catch it?
It's pretty deep in the water. It'd be like 10 feet down.
Oh. What's the skill to breathe underwater, or to
There should be
hold
a
your breath?
swim check.
A swim check?
Yes.
There is a swim check. Oh, I
Yes.
get a -2.
Maybe perhaps you shouldn't do it in your chain mile.
Maybe. Perhaps I should not do it.
The grove is 4
Ooh.
trees.
Is there any little spears lying around, or did they take them all back?
No, there's weapons everywhere.
I'm gonna gather as many small spears as I can and start throwing them at the fish in the water.
Okay. Yes.
Like holding them like a pencil and just...
Make a dexterity check.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, sorry. Make a range attack. So BAB plus dex.
BAB plus dex. 25.
Yes. Roll 1d4.
4. Do I kill the fish?
Give me a moment.
There's no way I'm gonna get the fish back though.
The spear goes into the side of the fish, and the thing that you managed to hit freaks out, thrashing up a bunch of sand, and then goes and hides itself somewhere in the boat.
Yeah, it'll eventually die. It's bleeding out.
You've left a small trail of blood behind it, yes, and a spear sticking out of it.
I should have tied a rope to it.
Can't believe you hit it.
Yeah, that was it was a 19.
Yeah, no, very successful.
Very successful.
Very successful.
Is there a way to climb onto the boat? Maybe
You could swim out to the center of the lake, like wade out, and maybe, probably not.
Mhm.
Like the lake is shallow and then it just kind of drops a little bit, and yeah, even if you got out there, you're not sure the prow would be able to hold you. You might just break the boat. Like the part underneath seems pretty rotted with water. On closer inspection, though, the boat is old and clearly not designed to be an actual boat. Like it looks like.
Oh, it was built for decoration?
Yeah.
Oh. That makes more sense.
There's also the 4 trees, which are the grove.
Oh yeah, I'll check out those 4 trees. Are they any special?
Make a reflex save.
Interesting. No. 4.
Okay. As you walk to check out some of the trees, you fail to notice the what looks like some sort of hard, twisted gut, maybe, which is set up as a loop snare built into one of the trees.
Oh, nice.
It catches around your ankle and tries to pull you up, but snaps, but leaves you knocked on the ground.
I'll get back up.
Okay. It looks like a trap designed for goblins.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It
The trees are full of them.
It would have made the goblin go flying, I'm guessing.
It would have probably tried to hang them upside down, but yeah, who knows? The thing has a surprising amount of force behind it. You can see the little weights and mechanisms kind of set around the trees. They're not particularly well hidden, but since you weren't really looking for them, you didn't see them at the time.
The trees don't seem special. They're just like basic trees.
They are 4 trees.
Yeah.
There was 6 trees, but obviously 2 of them got chopped down.
Chopped or burnt?
Chopped.
Chopped. Okay.
The corpses here are definitely older. It looks like most of the fighting seems to happen around the lake nowadays. The pond.
The pond. The ocean.
From here, though, you are in the center of the whole semicircle. There are all of the doors. All 7 tombs. And you can kind of see a little bit of activity in each of them.
I'm going to set up camp here.
Do you have a tent?
I have a bedroll.
Nice.
And a few rations left.
Well, it's early afternoon. You managed to unroll your sleeping bag. And yeah. Well, late afternoon.
Late
Into
afternoon.
the evening. It's definitely getting cold. This is higher up in the mountain.
Sit and rest and redo my feet. Sorry.
Redo my feet. As the evening progresses.
Oh yeah.
Aw. As the evening progresses, you notice cat handling. It's a skill.
It is a skill.
As the evening progresses, you notice that a number of the doors, things appear to be being strung up over them. If anything, it looks like really bad trap making is going on, so that overnight, each of these places becomes a bit of a death maze.
Oh, nice.
You figure out that they're traps too, because one or two goblins appear to get caught in the very traps they're setting up, only to be replaced by other goblins.
All right. I'll just rest for the night.
Okay.
Does anything happen during the night?
Make a perception check.
20.
Your dreams are disturbed by what sounds like heavy footsteps, clanking chains, and a light, airy voice saying, "Woogie, woogie, woogie," and possibly panicked screams, but all this gets wrapped up into that weird dream you keep having where you're in some sort of strange stall somewhere serving a hot brown beverage to people who don't pay you the time of day, and you're pretty sure you hear your warrior ancestors calling on you to kill them, but all you can say is, "Thank you for coming and seeing the stars," or something. You're not sure. Anyways, you wake up from that nightmare, and it's morning. You regain your constitution worth of hit points.
Just my constitution worth 8 points? Really? I don't get to roll my hit die? Fan.
This morning, events appear to be pretty much as you would expect. It looks like the priest goblins and the old religion goblins have had another fight in the early morning and just managed to massacre themselves again. There's a couple of more boats broken, but you see that a number of the old pieces have also been carted away. The other side is quieter.
Like the one with the closed door still?
The closed door, and then the closed door and a couple of the other ones. Sorry, the closed door and the last open door seem to be relatively quiet. Nothing much is kind of happening in that area. There are some corpses there too, but they are like really old grassy mounds.
I'll go over there.
Okay.
I'll go to the open door first.
Okay. Oh, sorry, there are two more open doors, but yeah.
Yeah.
They both go quiet.
I'll go to the one on the last one.
All right. As you walk up to that door, you hear what sounds like badly played pipe music happening inside.
All right, I'll walk inside.
Definitely the possibly the newest of the buildings, except for the one that's still sealed up. The stonework here is fantastic, well mortared, well organized. Crenellations kind of shaping the roof of this tomb, and inside glorious tapestries kept immaculately clean, floors well swept, except where the table sits, and some sort of feast is happening. There's a fire roaring in a makeshift fireplace, and the tables are set up in a bit of a square, actually, where everyone is eating, but on the opposite end of the table from you is, well, make a perception check.
24.
Wow. It's a goblin about the same age as all the other goblins, but he's wearing what looks like rat fur stuck to his face in the form to make him look old and gray. These are all dressed in, by comparison to everything you've seen so far, nicer clothes. Some of them in molding dresses, obviously pulled from the tombs. and armor. Like plate mail gauntlets, a plate mail breastplate rattling around with 2 goblins inside it, a full helm sitting on one goblin in particular that sits beside the older goblin who wears the crown. The whole place has a very modern feel to it. This looks like a king's court.
I'll walk up to the one with the crown.
I'll
introduce myself.
2 goblins step forward, both holding spears, obviously stolen from the other group, but their eyes are weird, like just crazy, and their heads are twitching a little bit. "Hat in the name of the king," they say, pointing their spears at you. The rest of the court goes silent, watching what you do.
I only come to talk.
Talk. Yes, talk. Talk is good. The 2 of them say, both peeling away in different directions.
Alright. Does the king seem as crazy?
The king is the most laid back of all the goblins you've seen so far. He's just... he is dressed up to look old, and he's clearly playing the part as well. Acting all feeble, having serving maids, also gender non-discriminatory.
Yeah.
Goblins dressed in clothes with like what looks like rags bunched up to make sure that the bodices are actually filled out. Trying to serve him bits of soup. Yeah.
I walk up to him and introduce myself and ask what's what is wrong with your guards. They seem disturbed.
One of the goblins that's sitting closer to you turns to look at you. He has bits of rat fur designed to make it look like he has some sort of gentleman's beard. But his eyes are equally strange, and his arm won't stop twitching. "What do you mean, good sir?"
His
hand seems to be wandering towards what looks like a sharp object, but he grabs it and pulls it back.
You seem to be very twitchy and not in control of yourself.
"I am in perfect control. I'm a gentleman," it says, and then goes back to trying to eat its food very carefully, obviously fighting its instincts.
I almost want to take a ration out and throw it in the middle and see what happens. I walk to the king.
So just a little bit closer up the table.
A little bit closer up the table, and
a number of other goblins salute you or hail you or stand up and pull back chairs for you, and then realize that you're not in a dress and sit back down. All of them acting just twitchy beyond belief.
I ask him how he got his goblins so prim and proper and polite.
The old goblin looks at you, sighs, and gestures to one of the serving maids. "I'm tired." And she nods too many times and looks over at some of the guards who come over and start lifting up his chair and carrying him away. Make a sense motive check.
Yeah. 9.
Yep, it just looks like he got tired. The goblin with the helmet and pretty much nothing else is sitting there watching you, just breaking cups. Antique cups, one at a time, while he tries to get his drink to his mouth. But he can't stop himself from just breaking them in his hands.
I call out to the king before he's gone, saying, "You have no need for the other 6 crowns?"
There's a pause in the hall, as if every ear was straining towards you. The guy breaking cups breaks one more. He gestures, and the twitchy guards bring him back. And then he gestures to his court. "Leave me, all." And as they all get up, including the one in the helmet, who just gets up suddenly. Not you. Sit." my son. And the rest of the court, quite cheerfully and happily, streams out of the court tables, and immediately discarding their clothes, their fancy suits, just ripping up their facial hair, and just like looking frustrated about it, and going back to being normal goblins.
Still in the room.
Oh yeah, just farther off, away from the tables, but gently, minus the rat hair on their faces. The clothes are well treated if they are discarded hastily, and the armor is definitely treated with care. Leaving just you, the king, and the one in the helmet.
All right. I introduce myself again, and I ask.
And where do you say you're from?
From the corner.
Oh yes.
I ask him, why do you keep your court so polite, even though you're goblins?
Because I am king, and they will do what I tell them.
Do you have no army?
You've seen my army. Noble lords and knights all, like the tapestries across the walls. They've been here their whole lives. Why wouldn't they be noble and polite?
I'm not saying they shouldn't be.
No.
But you still need soldiers along with your knights and noblemen.
They kill just as well as any goblin does.
So
what?
not well.
What? Did you say that?
No, I don't say that.
What brings you here, human?
I am trying to end this kerfuffle between all of you.
Oh yes. Why?
I'm bored.
Boredom.
I see you're also bored.
Yes. Bored and a goblin, so I should throw off my crown. Throw my filth. Eat my children. Of course.
That's what most goblins do. Why do you choose not to?
Make a diplomacy check.
7.
You wouldn't understand. You look at us and you just see muck, scum on your shoe.
Nope.
But I keep my court too polite, huh? He says, with a surprising amount of shrewdness and clarity from a goblin.
I never said too polite.
You implied. Yes, 7 crowns, high king, that whole business. Terrible idea. But
it is a terrible idea. But why don't you believe in this as well?
His son has run out of cups to break and is now just trying to fight the table. Watching him with mild alarm and a little bit of fatherly love, he finally tells that one that he can go. At which point he stands up and, making these horrible sounds from inside his helmet that are not words at all, just stomps away, obviously looking for something to kill, but unwilling to take off his helmet like the rest. Human, you are from Zoldvik, yes?
No.
The town?
I have been there. I am not from there.
But they sent you.
Yes. How do you know of the stuff outside of these walls when all of the other ones do not?
I wasn't born. You don't know anything about this, do you? Does anyone? Have they even noticed we're here?
They haven't.
Typical humans. So blind until there's a problem with their special walls or their tombs. You idiots bury all these fine things. You don't even think about it. I was one of the first. We came here after we stole that ladder from that stupid farmer. But we couldn't get out. So we stayed. There was some fighting. Some of the other goblins broke ranks. They did what any goblin does. They had more children to make more goblins for more fighting. And then the rest of them died.
Yeah.
4 years ago. That's when we came here, and now I'm the only one
Of the originals that came over the wall.
who remembers that there is something on the other side of the wall. Yes,
Because the rest do not believe at all.
they were born here. They've lived here. They've died here. They eat only things from here. You're all some sort of mushroom dream or something, I'm sure.
That would be that those other ones are talking about. Okay. What if I told you that I could help you get out of here?
Would you want that? A horde of goblins streaming out. And where would they go? To the nearest town, I'm sure, to get more things.
I'm sure.
And what do you think would happen to Zoldvik?
I don't really care.
Really?
They are unaware that you're even here.
Yes. I'm sure. I can't help you. I'm not sure what you're after. There are fine treasures here. I'm sure that other goblins are too stupid to stop you, but I have my own business, and I do not think that yours.
What is your goal? You seem very intelligent and smart about this whole situation.
To die and never let them know that there's an outside. Never mind. You wouldn't understand. You're just here for treasure. I told you. Take your pick. There are swords. Some of them are your magic. There's gold. The ones here barely understand its value. I'm sure they would fill you up with treasure, watch you go over the wall, and forget you. Take it. Go ahead.
I would like to help solve this problem that you guys have.
Oh, I'm sure we'll solve it on our own. No, thank you. We have no need for adventurers here. He's clearly unwilling to help you, especially after you said you didn't care about the people of Zoldvik.
Does he care about the people of Zoldvik? I asked, do you care about the humans that are down there?
Make a diplomacy check.
Nope. 2.
A goblin caring about anything. Yes, I'm sure you'd find that very funny.
I find it interesting.
He goes back to eating his food very slowly. He's even trying to use a fork and a knife. He's not doing a very good job, but he's also not crazy like his court, so he's having a better time of it.
I find it interesting. None of you seem to be... I mean, no one here has ever seen a human, so I am not a threat to anybody.
No. Probably not. They'll figure it out eventually, and then they'll skin you and eat you.
I'll probably be long gone by before that.
Probably, if you're smart.
I've been causing a few chaos while I'm here, trying to stir things up.
I'm sure you have.
It's fun.
And then I'll send out my knights, and I'll kill them all, and I'll leave some behind, and we'll have 6 new kings with 6 new plans, and it'll all be back to what it was.
Oh, so you just sit here until...
I've said too much. You can take what you leave, but then go.
So you're just having fun with this? Is it entertaining to you? We're gonna stop there.